What's up everyone, King Crab's back again today with the next episode of Mega Monos. So I was asked to play the worst Mega Pokemon I've tested, and unfortunately that accolade currently has to go to Mega Absol. And that's no hate, I actually really like Mega Absol's design before you click out and think I have terrible taste. I think it's a cool Pokemon. Unfortunately in testing this thing did absolutely nothing useful. It just really left me unimpressed, which is kind of strange because its attack stat is pretty high with 150 base, and its speed stat is very impressive at 115, and it has the fantastic ability Magic Bounce. It is a mixed attacker with 115 special attacks, so its defenses do leave a lot to be desired with 60, 60, and 65 HP, so its bulk is quite poor. Moveset wise, we have Sword Dance to make my attack even better, which can pair nicely with Sucker Punch. We have Close Combat to break through Steel types, and Play Rough to break through Fighting types. I've thought of putting knockoffs in the team, but my team does have plenty of knockoff support, so we're going to try this set, and with that, we'll be right back and jump into some games. So we have a game against Mono Normal. This can be pretty threatening. I actually do think something like Obstagoon can be quite scary for my team. The Porycore can be too, especially Porygon 2, so I want to have to knock this off. The team is quite susceptible to knockoff, granted, and Porygon Z, if it does Z convert into a Ghost type, I do have some hope. So we're going to open up with Muck, I think. It's quite a strong lead. As they open up Pidgeot. I'm going to go Jab here. It's going to Mega Evolve. Probably Hurricane, I should live. Muck is pretty bulky. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Thankfully, I don't hurt myself with Confusion, and I actually get the Poison, which is super good. Now the question is, do I value Muck later on? Not terribly, I have Bisharp, so I'll just sack this. And here we can get in my Absol. Now they are faster than me, I believe, but if I Sucker Punch... Yes. We get 1 KO for Absol at least, so not too bad of a start. Now I think Obstagoon is going to Obstruct. So I want to Swords Dance so bad. But I won't, because if I do, they can copy my Ditto. So I'll click Close Combat here. And I'm glad I did. We got a second KO at Absol. Okay, so far it's impressed me, and they actually end up forfeiting, so I don't know if you want to count that as 2 or 6 KOs for Absol, but so far it really put in work. So with that, we'll pause and be right back. So we have another game against Mono Flying. In this one, definitely Hawlucha is a huge threat to my team. I'm not sure if Absol can put in too much work, but maybe we'll open up with it here. In case they want to open up with Lando and try get their Stealth Rocks down. As well as that, I guess Magic Bounce can be nice to bounce back a Toxic from Mandibuzz, potentially later in the game. I feel like for Hawlucha, I need to keep my Mandibuzz healthy. And unfortunately, Greninja's spikes are completely useless in this game. So I will be right back when they respond. So as expected, they opened up with Landorus. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve here. I feel like I should be able to eat a single Earthquake. And with SD, they U-turn, and it instantly kills me. So that is Choice Scarf. Kind of just proves how frail Absol is. So we've at least scouted its item, which I guess is something useful. I mean, it showed its worth in the first game, so I don't have too much expectations for it beyond that. Corviknight comes out. I do value Greninja to click Ice Beam in this game. I also value Hydreigon a lot, especially if this isn't Body Press or U-turn. I can click Sub in their face right now, which potentially sets me up for a KO after Nasty Plot. Please don't be Body Press. They're bulk up, so there almost definitely are, but after Nasty Plot, I believe Flamethrower should KO. I hope this KOs. This is 698 special attack. Yeah, clean KO. They could easily take in Hawlucha here. I'd click Close Combat to get their White Herb activated. If that's their play, I always take in Mandibuzz. We eat that up nicely. And I think here I click Foul Play. In case they want to Sword Dance to my face. That did a decent bit of chip. Now the question is, how much do I value Mandibuzz in the endgame? And they have a lot of special attackers, so I don't think I value it too much. And I might actually live, so we'll click Foul Play again. As we end up living and KOing Lucha, which is the biggest threat to my team taken care of, so that's super nice. I feel for Mandibuzz, I still have Hydreigon healthy. Landorus might be a bit of a threat, but my Greninja is Focus Sash. As Charizard comes out. No, this has to be Charizard Y if it's Mega. I'll click Foul Play. As expected, they don't let me live. But here I can get in Muck. And just click Poison Jab. If they go into Lando, good play. But they still run the risk of being poisoned thanks to Poison Touch. They could also go into Zapdos and try Static me. But I value any damage off on their team at all, and I do think I live a single hit. So I definitely want to keep Greninja healthy, as I can easily win a KO Landorus, and it should be able to kill Zapdos and Mandibuzz when they are weakened. Potentially by Hydreigon. So I will pause here and be right back. So as expected, my opponent clicks Scorching Sands. Thankfully I do live. Now the question is, do they go for a different attack while I swap into Hydreigon? I'll risk it, because I do think I still value my Muck. Unfortunately we do get burnt, which kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Maybe I should have sacked Muck. Lando comes out, probably clicks U-turn, so I think I go into Muck here. And the reason I go in Muck is I can Shadow Sneak one of these two Pokemon and potentially still get a poison off. A poison on Zapdos would be fantastic for me. I'm trying to think what my endgame is here. If Landorus does choose to intimidate my Bisharp, I get my Defiant activated, which is really good. I'll take in Hydreigon here and click Dark Pulse. I think I just need to weaken Zapdos and Mandibuzz a bit. And then I think Greninja and Bisharp can win the endgame. So ideally they do not go into Landorus here, as they give me a bit of chip on Zapdos, which is exactly what I needed. Do I click Plot in their face? No, I just Pulse again. If they Roost this turn, then I Plot afterwards. But they don't seem to be running Hurricane, which is quite beneficial for me. I feel like it's in range of Greninja, it's Protein. Now it definitely is. So they Roost. So I Plot here. If they get into a Lando this turn, that's a great play. No, they stay in, and I should live. And now Pulse should be doing more damage than they can Roost off. Nice. A part of me wants to click Flamethrower. No, I outspeed Mandy, so there's no point. I just click Dark Pulse again. As Mandibuzz comes in. We click Flamethrower. Maybe I should have clicked Flamethrower last turn, as I did expect Mandibuzz to come in. But I think I win in this position, as Greninja outspeeds Zapdos and Mandibuzz, as they're going to Roost stall me out. I think I value any damage at all on this. I just need to be in the position where my Greninja KOs with Ice Beam. This is Stab thanks to Protein, so I think it KOs, and I will guarantee live Landorus' hit. Now what they'll probably do is take in Landorus and click U-turn to break my potential Sash, so I'm actually going to sack Bisharp here. If they hard swap into Zapdos, great play. They Stone Edge and end up missing, which is great for me. because in this position I can simply knock. And this forces them to Earthquake. If they want to kill my Bisharp. They also activate my Defiance boost, so I can click Sucker here. Get a bit of chip, just on the 1 to a million chance for some reason Ice Beam wouldn't KO, but I know it would. So they're going to Earthquake here. We simply click Ice Beam and win the game. GG. Not a great game there for Absol, but I think I played pretty well in the end game. And with that, I will pause and be right back. So we have a game against Mono Electric. This is definitely a tough matchup for things like Mandibuzz and Greninja, but I think Absol might be able to put in some work, though I do have to worry about things like Zeraora clicking Close Combat or Play Rough, or Tapu Koko clicking Dazzling Gleam. So I think I open up a Muck here, as they open up Tapu Koko. They might Volt Switch out, so I'm going to knock on what's potentially Magnezone coming in. Nice. We get rid of their balloon and do a decent chunk of damage. Now I think the knockoff is a roll to KO, so a part of me wants to go into Hydreigon here. I should live. Oh, they body press. Great play. We will click Flamethrower. Stunfisk. Oh, sorry. Tapu Koko is a huge threat to my team, so I do have to worry about that. We do take care of Magnezone, which is nice. And Tapu Koko comes in. I go back into Muck as they Gleam, and I easily live. Now the question is, do I want to knock what comes in or Poison Jab? I Poison Jab here. On the off chance they stay in, I could Pursuit, but it won't do too much damage. No, they won't stay in. They have to swap out, right? I guess Jab is still pretty good in their entire team. As they go to Draco's ult, I value damage off on this a whole lot, especially because I managed to poison it. I think I go into Mandibuzz in case they outrage. As they Earthquake, even better for me. And we'll U-turn here. They might Bolt Beak. Okay. So they guarantee die. But the question is, what do I want to sack? I can go into Greninja, because this stays alive, thanks to Sash. I need to start getting kills at Absol. It's the entire point of this live. They take in Koko. I'll click Spikes. Electro Ball. Interesting. I feel like Electro Ball KOs most of my team. I'll take a Muck again. But this time we're going to pursue the Koko on the swap. If I can poison this, it's great because it puts them in the position where they're on a timer for Absol. That did so much damage. What does Vikavolt do? I go into Hydreigon. Actually, they might Buzz. I'll go into Bisharp in case they Buzz. Yes, we got the Spadef drop, which is so good for me, because now my knockoff is scary strong. Excellent. I need to get an Absol in this game, even if it means throwing the game. They've taken Zeraora. This is the biggest threat to my team. I think I have to knock in case they bulk up. They go straight for Close Combat. I take a Muck again here, and I Pursuit. I should easily live this. Ooh, the crit is great there for me. Now Toxtricity is still kind of scary for my team. The question is, do they use Tapu Koko to Electro Ball my team? No, they have to Dazzling Gleam, which I think is a roll to kill Muck. But they're taking Toxtricity. I'll Pursuit. Any damage off on this is good for me, as they Boom Burst. I think they are Specs. So I feel the play here is to take an Hydreigon and click Dark Pulse and get some chip. As they flinch. I feel really bad. I'm definitely getting good orangey against this guy, but I don't think I win. I click Dark Pulse again, but Koko simply comes out here and clicks Dazzling Gleam. It might be Specs, it might be Choice Scarf. If Mandibuzz can live, maybe I can win with a Sucker Punch. It's going to be pretty close. No, Sucker Punch doesn't do 40, there's no way. And I have no faith in Absol to live this, unfortunately. We have to Sucker here anyway. And unfortunately it came a decent bit short. It was actually a Guava Berry. Interesting. GG. So we're going to pause and be right. So that is it from Mega Absol. Personally, I was not too impressed with it as a Mega. I really like its design, as I stated earlier, but just stat spread wise, it is very offensive and has very good speed. Unfortunately, its defenses are disastrous and really leave a lot to be desired. It can't tank basically anything. As we saw, it died to a single U-turn from Landorus. It wasn't even choice banded. It might have been adamant, but we're not too sure. With that, I do think its offensive stats are pretty good, and it's quite fast. I do wish they kind of maybe made it less of a mixed attacker, maybe shifted some of its special attack into more speed, for example, to make it even faster, or maybe a bit in the defenses so it could live anything. But it is what it is. It's still a fun Pokemon to use. Overall, we got 2 KOs with Absol, but maybe you could argue 6 because one of them was a forfeit. I'll leave it up to the viewer's discretion of what you want to decide it is. And as always, let me know in the comments what Mega Pokemon you want to see next in the episodes, and I'll hopefully have that out for you pretty soon. With that, I hope you have a fantastic day, and take care, everyone.